Hello, second graders, and welcome to math. We have finished all of the lessons for chapter 15, and we want to, Mrs. Rayburn and I decided that we wanted to show you a little bit of practice for the whole chapter so that you can see what we have going on. All right, so I'm going to do some of these problems, you do the rest. All right, any problem that I don't finish here, I want you to complete. So I'll do this. Number one, it says describe the two-dimensional shapes, and it wants to know how many sides. So I just mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And vertices, that's everywhere that the two lines meet. So there's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you already knew, right? In a closed shape, 6 sides would have 6 vertices. And the shape, when I have 6 sides and I have 6 vertices, then I use hex, because hex means 6, hexagon. All right, I want you to try number 2. You draw 3 quadrilaterals and an octagon. How many sides and vertices do you draw in all? So 3 quadrilaterals. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is my octagon. So 1 quadrilateral, 2 quadrilaterals, 3 quadrilaterals, and my octagon. How many sides and vertices are here? 4 of each. 4 of each. 4 of each. And in an octagon, there are 8. So I need to add 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 8. Now I know that you're thinking, Mr. Garrett, let's add these two 4s because I know that a double 4 makes 8. And now I have double 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. Plus 4 more will make 20 sides. And if I know that I have 20 sides, then remember, polygons, closed shapes, then I also have 20 vertices. All right, keep moving on. I have this shape. We're going to identify it. How many angles are there? Do not forget the angle that goes into the middle. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's one more, 5. There are 5 angles. How many are right angles? Let's see. Right angles, remember, are like the corner of our paper. So there's 1 that's like the corner of our paper, 2 that's like the corner of our paper. There are 2 right angles. And then what is the shape? Well, when I have 5 angles, that tells me I have 5 sides, and 5 means pentagon. Excellent. Name and draw a shape with 2 right angles. It doesn't say it can only have 2 right angles, but that's what I'm going to do. So 2 right angles. I'm going to have a line that goes down and like this. When I do that, it looks like the corner of my paper. And then let's do another one up like this. It's got 2 right angles. This is one side of the paper. This is the other side, 90 degrees right angles. Then, let's see. It says I have to draw a shape with 2 right angles. Let's go up to the middle, and we'll make it like a house. Not right angles. So let's see, this and this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, which makes this a pentagon. All right, let's keep going. We'll turn the page. Now we are on 15.3, page 782. It says draw a polygon with 4 angles. All sides are equal length. So let's see, a polygon with 4 angles. So we know it's going to have 4 sides, and it's going to have a closed shape. All of them are going to meet. So let's see, 4 angles. There's 1 angle, 2 angles, 3 angles, and when I touch 4 angles, it's got 4 sides, right? 4 angles, 4 sides. And when I have 4 sides and 4 angles, then I have quadrilateral. Excellent. I want you to try this next one. All right, identify and draw the cubes. Here we go. Number 9. How many faces? Let's do this. I have 1 here. I have 2 there. I have 3 there. Those are the ones I can see. On back of this one, there is another one. That's number 4. On the other side of the 2, there is another one. That's 5. And on the bottom, there is another one. That's 6. So there are 6 faces. How many vertices? Remember, vertices are where they meet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm not only doing, sorry, I'm not only doing the top, I have to do the bottom. 5, 6, 7, and then there's 1 at the bottom. There's 4 on top, 4 on the bottom. 4 and 4 is 8. And let's see the edges. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The top is a quadrilateral. The bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 4, that's 8. But let's not forget these sides, 9, 10, 11, and then the one you can't see, 12. Is it a cube? Well, this looks like a square. That looks like a square. This looks like a square. If all of them are squares, then it is a cube. All right. Now it wants us to make a cube on our dot paper. The easiest way to do it is make sure that we have a square. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots straight down. And a square has all the same size sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I do that, I want to do the next one right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I have that, then I connect the top right or top left corner to the top left corner, the top right corner to the top right corner, the bottom right corner to the bottom right corner, and the bottom left corner to the bottom left corner. And there is my cube. All right. You could be able to do that without the dots. I'll bet you can practice and get that done. All right, use square tiles to cover this rectangle. Now, I'm guessing that a lot of you don't have square tiles, so we're going to use a ruler like we did in some of the lessons. I have this, and I'm going to measure at 1 inch, 1 inch. And I'll go across this way 1 inch, right? Because it's not just 1 inch tall. And go this way 1 inch from 0 to 1 to 2. And then I'm just going to draw a line that goes from that side to, or that top to the bottom, from this side to this side. How many squares? Okay, total square tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 total squares. How many in rows? I have this in rows. I have 1, 2, and 1, 2. 2 in this row, 2 in this row. That makes 4. How many in columns? 1, 2, 1, 2. So 2 plus 2. There are 4. Next, I have this. It says, which shapes show halves? Remember, halves are 2, 1 over 2. That's a half. So I'm going to look at the first row, see if that works. If it does, I'm going to circle them. Then you look at the others and see if they also fit. All right. So 2 sections. Oh, it shouldn't have 1. It should just be halves. They're cut into pieces, into 2 pieces. Sorry about that. My mistake. So 2 pieces. Let's see. 1, 2 pieces. Yes, if I took one of them, then that would be 1/2. This shows a half. Which one shows thirds? Well, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3. But if I took this one and you took this one, would we be equal? No. So that's not thirds. Let's see. I'm going to go until I find a third. Well, this one is cut into only 2 pieces. So that's not it. What about this one? 1, 2, 3. 3 pieces. If any of us took one of those, then we would be happy because they are all equal shares. So I'm going to say that one. You decide if that one works. And let me look at this one. Shows fourths. Fourths. If I have this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. All of the pieces are the same size, so it would be fair if we all took one of those. So I'm going to say that one shows fourths. All right. And let's turn it over. Draw lines to show equal parts and then complete the sentences. They want us to show thirds. Now we start on this one for thirds. I start in the middle with a dot. I go straight up and down, and then I make an upside down V. And I do like that and like that. Okay? Drawing thirds in circles is a little tricky, but I bet you can do it. Each share is a third, right? That's what we cut it into, thirds. A third of the whole. The whole thing is how many thirds? The whole thing is 3 thirds. Now let's cut this one into halves. I'm going to do that. How many pieces are there? 2. So I have 2 pieces. Each share is a half of the whole. The whole thing is 2 halves. And I'm going to let you do number 18. I bet you can work that out on your own. Number 19, modeling real life. There are 3 bagels, 1, 2, 3, that are the same size. 6 friends, each want an equal share of the bagels. Should the bagels be cut into halves, thirds, or fourths? Well, let's take a look here. If I have 6 friends, we're running out of time, or if I have 3 bagels and each needs to be, or I need to have each of my 6 friends get a piece that's an equal share. Let's see, if I cut it into halves, that would be 3 bagels in halves would be 1 bagel in halves would be 2 pieces. 2 bagels in halves would be 4 pieces. And 3 bagels in half would be 6.